Hey y'all, good morning. Today's morning devotion is from Genesis chapter 13. It's chapter 13, read the whole thing. And it's where Lot and Abram end up separating. So they ventured and journeyed into the promised land, but they were both growing pretty big and getting a lot of animals and herders, people taking care of those animals. And then eventually there were some fights and quarrels, arguments that started to happen. And eventually Abram is like, look, we can't have this. Instead of us fighting, let's just separate and go separate ways. And Abram was like, Lot, you can choose what you want. And Lot chose this land. It was well watered, good for living, for growing, for just surviving. And Lot went and settled in that land. And then Abram lived in the land that was left, in the land of Canaan, in the land that God had called him to live. And then after they separated, after Lot had went his separate way, then that's when Abram heard from the Lord again. And the Lord was really telling Abram, like, look at all this land. Like, honestly, walk through it, look at it, see what I'm giving to you. And he just reminded him of the greatness of the promise that was spoken over our life. And yeah, I don't think Lot was ever supposed to really be on this journey with Abram, right? Like, this was a promise, instructions that God had given to Abram. He said, leave your father's house. Like, this was for you. No, God never like disciplined him or chastised him for it. But we see, and we will see, like, some of the negative repercussions that came from Abram adding on to what God had instructed him. And as we're living our life and walking in purpose and promise, we have to understand that, y'all, God has a specific promise for our life. And sometimes we can crowd that by bringing other people along or adding additional things to what God has told us to do and what has been for us. And we need to clear it out. We need to let go of all the stuff we decided to add on, to tack on to the instructions that God told us, and just follow his instructions, period. Not taking away from it, but also not adding to it, so that we can really grow, so that we can really thrive, so that we can continue to hear from God and really see and be able to appreciate all that he has for us. God has a collective and a whole mission, but he has specific things that he wants us to accomplish, and we need to trust him in that. Not crowd the space. If we have already crowded the space, y'all, let's clear it out. Get rid of the people, cut the ties, get rid of the extra ideas, the extraness we added on to the vision or the plan, and let it just be what God had told us, so we can continue to hear from him, so that we can fully appreciate all that God wants to do in us, for us, and through us. Y'all have a great day.